Hi everyone! I'm so excited to be here with my friend Mark, Dr. Mark, all the way from San Diego. I'm over here in freezing Cape Cod because of our blizzard. But we have some exciting news to share. Marc Sklar is telling me about his new fertility school, and I'm so excited to share that because what I have found, and I'm sure you're finding too, Mark, is in our busy life, even with our fertility issues, it's nice to be able to work at your own pace and find the support that you need when you need it. So thank you so much for being with me for a little bit to educate us on what's the new offering.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I agree 100%, in terms of the, we're all so busy, and it's nice to have something that we can kind of latch onto and do at our own pace and our own time and so forth, which is actually why I created my do-it-yourself program called My Fertility School. Well, actually, I created it for multiple reasons. One of them was exactly what you said, which is I'm home, I've got 20 minutes extra or an hour extra, and I can put in a little bit of time on my own and not have to depend on somebody else's schedule. And so this allows you to do that in the comfort of your home, your couch, whatever it might be, hopefully with a nice cup of tea. The other reason is because, we all need a little bit of guidance, and sometimes it's hard to find that right person, or the cost might be too expensive to work with somebody one-on-one, right? And so this was something that allows them to do that on their own. So this is a 6-week compilation. So each week builds upon the prior one and into the next, which sets the foundation and gives you the tools that you need to really improve your fertility and take control of it. Like, one of the other powerful things I think the program does is it empowers women to be able to make those changes and to know more about their bodies and themselves, and to know more about how to make those changes on their own and to create that path. So it sets that foundation. It also gives them the ability to create a plan for themselves. So what are they going to do at home for their self-care? What do they need to do for themselves? And what do they need to do on the nutrition side of things? What do they need to do on the supplement side of things? Probably one of your favorite portions of the program. We have a whole week on the mind-body connection, what that relationship is like, and what we need to do to enhance that and support that and nourish that. We talk about simple things about keeping the body warm and keeping our feet nice and cozy and warm, especially around IVF. So, there's a lot of different things that we talk about in that program, but each week builds upon the previous one, and it's self-guided. So even though we release it 1 week at a time, if you want to do it over 12 weeks and take, 2 weeks for each week, it's completely up to you. Yeah.
I love that, because you work at your own pace, right? And I think there can be such a feeling of, taking a drink from the fire hose about information, coming at you for fertility. I remember way back when I was in the process, that information was hard to find. And then when you found it, you kind of glommed onto it. But right now there's such a vast array of options, which is wonderful for everyone. But I think for you and I share the philosophy of really it being self-driven, self-appropriate. And although there's a vast array of support, you really need to find what resonates with you. And I think both of us share that. And I love that you brought the feet, because we were talking about, this month in February, it's leading up to Valentine's Day. What a great opportunity to self-nurture. And, I'm hoping that you'll participate in it too, but we're launching the Show Us Your Socks. And last year it was so overwhelming, because what ended up happening, Mark, was all the women came together and showed us their socks for IVF. But not only that, also when you go to any physician and you have to take your clothes off and have a Johnny on, it's nice to have your nice warm shoes, your nice warm socks. I used to wad mine up and put them in my pocketbook, and have them at the ready when I was going through treatment. But I'm so grateful that you said that, because it's almost as if you didn't know that, you know, the importance of that, your immune system. And I did get a sneak peek from for your offering, and I absolutely love it. And you know, my wheelhouse is the emotional component. But what I love about what you've done is it just builds on it, and it's reminds me a little bit of Love and Infertility, because what you have done in such an amazing way is made it like a menu, and made it self-promoting and self-serving in a positive way, because then you can pick and choose, like, okay, I'll take a little bit of this from this week and a little bit of that from next week. Did you have that in mind, or?
Well, you know, it's funny. We didn't necessarily have that in mind when I created it. However, that's a lot of that has developed over the time. I mean, for me, one of my mantras in practice is meeting patients where they are.
Right.
Right. And not forcing them to be someplace else where they don't be or where they shouldn't be. So meeting them where they are, I think the program does that, because just like you said, it allows them to somewhat pick and choose, and, oh, I don't need that, but I need a little bit of this and that, and they're able to do that. And then additionally, the other way that we meet patients where they are and really support them is with our private Facebook group, our secret Facebook group, which is completely devoted to the membership of the program. So you've got past members on there who are there to also support, and then you've got the current members who are going through each week, who are there to support them. And then I'm there weekly and sometimes daily answering questions for everybody, clarifying. We do some one-on-one time, so they get me through that group. So there's a lot of extra special things that they get as part of that Facebook group as well.
That's thanks for sharing that. So if someone's listening, how do they find out more about the fertility school?
Well, they could click on the link. I'm sure we're going to have a link for them to click on, and that will take them to a page that gives them all the information. It gives them the ins and outs, all the details, what they get, all of our bonuses and so forth for joining, and then from there, it's just a simple click of a button, and off they go.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for everything that you do. I so appreciate your thoughtfulness, and you're so plugged into your patients and your patients' needs, and I just appreciate it. So I'm excited. I can't wait to be involved and help you promote it. So God bless you.
Thank you too. Thanks so much for your support.
All right. Have a great rest of the day. I'll talk to you soon.
You stay warm.
Bye-bye.